Live from Arkansas' streaming news leader, this is THV 11 Morning News at 7 on THV 11 Plus.
So here's the thing. Traffic happens around 7 a.m. When we get streaming, the traffic starts rolling.
Yeah,
She's
right.
got to be able to be on top of the traffic, y'all.
She can't be everywhere.
Yeah,
that's
right. We only had two Ashleys to be good to go.
Well, we did our little thing, you know, back on
What's
THV
traffic
11.
like? Get back over there.
Well, I'm trying. So when we pull it up, I don't know what it's going to look like. I was halfway in the middle of trying to make sure that the information was on the screen.
Yeah, you can sit here for 3 minutes and then everything
changes.
just comes chaos over there.
Traffic.
We walked over here and did our
Mm.
little movie thing, and I was chatting, and we ended the show, and then I walked over there and had like 2-minute commercial break to figure it out.
If we had flying DeLoreans like in Back to the Future, we'd be
I
good
could
to
go back and
We'd be
fix
fine.
it, do it over again.
Be all right. We'd be good to go. You could just wear glasses and see the traffic right there.
Yeah.
So now we're all here, we're all good, and you'll have traffic covered. Tracy's got us covered on weather.
Yeah.
A little warm at the state fair for you guys yesterday.
It was a little bit warm.
You persevered, and it is a fun fair.
It is.
Lots of people turned out. I mean,
Yeah.
maybe a record.
Yeah, I think there's been a lot of record out there, but any record
Seemed like a record yesterday.
Yeah, it did seem like a record
A lot
yesterday.
of kids. I couldn't believe how many kids were out
I couldn't
there.
either. I was like, it's a
Shutdown.
Monday at 10 o'clock.
I'm like,
Why are you all
what
here?
are y'all doing here?
Yeah.
What's
Y'all
going on?
Shouldn't y'all be in school? And then a
Right.
couple reminded
Not
me,
on
oh, it's a
$2
holiday.
day.
And I went, oh, it's a holiday too. Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Well, there you
The
go.
banks were closed.
Banks were closed. I was wondering why I was like, what? The bank's closed. What's going on here? I was looking for all those charges on the weekend where I did too much DoorDash and Uber Eats, and I was like, why isn't this going through? Oh,
Yeah.
Now you get another day.
Hang on to that money for just a day longer.
That's sad. That's sadly a true
And
story.
then this is the government shutdown. Not
that's
helping
true,
matters.
Well, no records on traffic, just a few accidents,
No,
right?
on record there is an accident. Yeah.
Yeah.
So here's what we're talking about. Let's see. I don't even know where I was in putting this up. There it is. Okay. So this is what. Yeah, this is the hot spot. That's right. So on 30, we do have an accident right now that is causing a few issues. So this is 30 eastbound. Trying to see what the information is right here. Let me look closer look. Nope, that's not supposed to be on there right now. So there was an accident here a few minutes ago that has cleared. So you can see that it has been cleared. There's no issues there. But this is where that accident is on 30 eastbound. It's around exit 124. So just be aware that this could cause a little bit of a slowdown there. Looks like a couple of vehicles are involved, but they do have an emergency vehicle on the scene. It's still dark out, so hopefully the sun. When does the sun come up, Tracy? It seems like it's later and later all the time, but yeah, still dark.
I'll tell you in a second. I'm glad you asked.
Yeah, go ahead and let us know because it's starting to rise there. It just still looks dark on our live traffic count.
It does. It does look a little dark, but here you go. You ask and you shall receive. We are looking at sunrise around 7:14, so getting close, but we've still got a few minutes, and sunset around 6:34. So take your time this morning on the roads again and starting to see a few delays there. Right now it is 65 in Central Arkansas. That dew point going down a little bit as expected. We are under high pressure, and that will be the case for the next few days before we start to see it push off to the east. And until then, we are going to see very similar days, at least through Thursday and Friday. Currently, again, around the state, a lot of 60s, not as many 50s as we saw in the last couple of days, hour by hour today. Plenty of sunshine, looking for more of a breeze today, so that'll certainly help things out at the fair if you're outside today, at least moving the air around a little bit. We are looking for those rain chances to jump up as we're heading into Saturday, and we could see a little bit of rain on Sunday as well. Some of these could be strong to severe, and we're going to talk more about that in a few minutes and let you know what to expect, but I believe that could impact any outdoor plans. But for now, we're going to go ahead and jump over to news, and we'll talk more about weather in just a few minutes.
Tracy, thank you. Senators return today to vote again on a short-term funding bill 2 weeks into the government shutdown, with Democrats and Republicans deadlocked. Republicans blame Democrats for the holdup over extensions they want for Affordable Care Act subsidies that expire at the end of the year and could trigger steep insurance premium hikes. The Trump administration says layoffs have begun at 7 agencies, affecting more than 4,000 federal workers. The president and agency leaders ensure military and Coast Guard members are paid, while most other federal employees will not see paychecks until the shutdown ends.
This shutdown hitting hard for some Arkansans, with hundreds going without a paycheck currently. Now, food banks across the country feeling that pressure too, ramping up efforts to feed families facing this unexpected hardship.
THV 11's Tamer Knight joins us now to show us how a local pantry is stepping up to provide what help they can here in Arkansas. Tamer?
Well, good morning, Hayden and Karen. It's still unclear how long the shutdown will last, but one thing that is certain, the need is growing for federal workers. In Pine Bluff, volunteers packed boxes of food, hoping to bridge the gap for families now struggling to get by. All hands were on deck Monday morning at First Ward Living Grace Food Pantry. Thanks to the Arkansas Food Bank, this pantry received truckloads of donated food and even household items to give to impacted families. Federal employees started receiving layoff notices on Friday, and more than 4,000 could soon lose their jobs in Arkansas. First Ward Living Grace Food Pantry founder Deborah Strickland Allen says their mission is simple: to make sure no one goes hungry.
Good items for the people, good items. They even sent brand new coffee pots for them. Frozen dinners, they have chicken, they have ground chuck, they have ground beef, they have onion, everything that you can make a meal.
The Arkansas Food Bank is already planning another giveaway and raising funds to meet the demands before federal food programs begin to feel the impact. Now, if you or someone you know needs help or wants to donate, you can head over to thv11.com for those details. For THV 11 News, I'm Tamer Knight.
Tamer, thank you. The U.S. Department of Agriculture is to release its annual report on hunger rates nationwide October 22nd. But that will be the last report published. The agency says the long-running study has faced criticism for being redundant and too politicized. The survey behind it has repeatedly listed Arkansas as the most food insecure state in the nation. Local food banks point to pandemic-era inflation as a major factor behind those numbers.
People are working and making what used to be a good wage, and it's not enough now to pay all the bills and still buy food. And I promise you, you know somebody who's food insecure. You know somebody who's food insecure. I know somebody who's food insecure.
Those with the Central Arkansas Food Bank say they'll keep on using other methods to track hunger, even without the USDA's report.
Meanwhile, the USDA is putting $300 million into the WIC program. That's the Federal Nutrition Program, helping women, infants, and children to keep it running through October as the government shutdown drags on. The Arkansas Advocate reports the money is coming from tariff revenue, not Congress, and it's meant to be a short-term fix until a funding deal is officially reached. The USDA says it plans to use that revenue for the foreseeable future, but advocates warned long-term funding is still needed to keep food and support flowing to the nearly 7 million Americans who rely on WIC.
Samsung and Google users can now add their state ID, including driver's licenses, directly onto their digital wallets. The update comes months after Arkansas launched its mobile ID app in March, which has already seen more than 40,000 downloads. Android users no longer need the app to access their digital ID, which can be used to do things like buy alcohol or board a flight. State finance officials say they're working now to bring the same feature to Apple devices, expected sometime early next year.
Deer hunters, get ready. Arkansas's alternative firearms season kicks off this Saturday, October 18th, and runs for 1 week. The season, first introduced last year, expands traditional muzzleloader rules, allowing hunters to use non-semi-automatic rifles that fire straight wall center fire cartridges, plus certain muzzle loaders and large bore air rifles. Shotguns and semi-automatics are still off limits during the season. They're going to have to wait until modern gun deer season. For a full list of approved firearms and dates, you can visit thv11.com.
Meantime, celebrations are in full swing this morning at the Pulaski County Special School District as they honor a local coaching legend.
Big day yesterday. Mills University Studies High School unveiling a brand new facility named after Coach Raymond A. Cooper, the athletic director and state championship winning basketball coach. The arena is the result of years of collaboration between school leaders, architects, and community members aiming to provide top-notch athletic facilities.
These improvements come after the judge overseeing the PCSSD desegregation case flagged Mills Arena as falling short compared to upgrades at Joe T. Robinson. Officials say this milestone brings the district closer to being declared fully unitary. Now let's check in with Ashley again and a check of the roads this morning in that one spot.
That's right, yeah. And shout out to the Mills Comets. I love that. Right now, it's looking pretty good. Actually, that accident cleared up, I think, in record time this morning, so we don't have to worry about that anymore. This was an accident on 30 in Saline County near Bryant, and as you can see, the accident is cleared up, but we still have some slowed traffic. It's really starting to slow down there around the Alexander exit, 41 miles per hour, and we also have our slowdown now at the North Terminal interchange, moving at 36 miles per hour. They're on 40 westbound. That's near North Hills Boulevard, and also at 57 southbound. What was 167 is moving at 22 miles per hour. And this is a look at the Bryant exit now on 30. Eastbound traffic is starting to it's starting to increase a little. You see the brake lights too, so it's starting to slow down, and of course it is after 7. So Tracy, that's when we start to see this, and we'll check the drive times into downtown Little Rock here in just a few minutes from around the metro. But yes, the sun is starting to come up.
It is officially here in about 4 minutes, I think. So we are looking at another warm day ahead. Those above average temperatures will continue through the weekend, and again we are going to see some changes though headed our way today. Looking for a high around 84 out there right now. We've mainly got 60s across the state, but we're watching this low pressure system. It's going to continue to make its way over to us, and this is where we're going to start to see some changes. But today, mainly just looking at this northeasterly flow, a little breezy at times, mainly some clouds off to our north, but not really seeing any impacts today. But as we're heading into the weekend, we're going to start to see those rain chances really bump up, especially on Saturday afternoon into the evening, and some of those could be strong to severe. So we are talking about a weather impact advisory. Now, an alert, of course, that has the banner with the red and the weather impact. We're talking about this because confidence in this, and we're going to say low, but only because it's still so far out. We still need to see how this system is going to develop, how it's going to come together. A lot of things can happen between here and there. So just a heads up though, we do expect some rain on Saturday, and that certainly could impact your plans. And if we're seeing a lot of this come together, as we are, confidence is growing a little bit, we're going to see all of those ingredients needed for some severe weather. And again, level 2, that scattered severe storms, and could be short-lived, sporadic, isolated, and intense. Again, that yellow. So looking for all modes of severe weather. We'll talk more about that and time things out for you a little bit better coming up.